Look at this perfect piece of pie. Hello everyone, this is Ina with Inichka Chef. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I want to share with you healthy pumpkin pie recipes that will be perfect for your Thanksgiving dinner table. I wanted to create a recipe for pumpkin pie that feels like tradition but made for today. The crust is slightly fermented, makes tender and easy to digest. The filling has no sugar and sweetened naturally with maple syrup. The topping is the most gorgeous topping. It brings some probiotic blend whipped cream with the cream fresh. It's a perfect tangy balance while it's a good for your gut. This is kind of dessert, feels luxury yet light, rich but restorative. Let's make it this simply delicious and nutritious pie. So for ingredients we need all-purpose, as always, 1 cup of purpose unbleached always flour, half cup of whole wheat flour, and 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to be lazy and I'm going to use food processor. It's not my first pie and a pie crust, and most of the time I'm using food processor. It's easy, it's quick, and your butter will stay cold and the crust will be flaky because you don't touch with your hands. Hands contain heat and it just takes more time. It's easy that way. All right. Now all flour and salt incorporated, time for the cold butter. I always like to use grass-fed butter, unsalted, for all my recipes, and give few pulls. A little more. Some big chunks. You need a little bit more. I think now it's perfect. Little pieces of butter, which is perfect. And the secret ingredients, actually 2 of them, that what will make pre-digest fermented crust. This is kefir, plain kefir, 1/4 of cup, that's all you need. Cold as well. And the same amount of bubbly sourdough starter. Come and look how beautiful the sourdough. And we need the same amount, it's like sponge, 1/4 cup. Gives a little bit tangy flavor, also pre-digest your crust. We're going to wait 12 hours, you can do 6 hours. The ideally actually to do overnight, it's the easiest way. It's so soft. It's perfect. You see how easy this pie crust, healthy and super easy to make. I like to clean my hands with a little bit of flour, so it's easy. I love to see little pieces of butter, which is perfect to make flaky dough. That will be a good pie. Butter crust pie, it's always my favorite. So the pie crust is ready, and you can see little pieces of butter, which is create perfect flaky butter crust. And the bacteria during fermentation, which we're going to leave for 6 hours room temperature and then move to the refrigerator for another 6-12 hours or so, will pre-digest and will be easy for your gut, will be good for people who have a digestive issue or people who try to avoid gluten. So it's a just easy, healthy and gut-friendly recipe for pie crust. I just took the crust dough from a fridge and it's perfect. It's nice and cold. It's been 12 hours total, so it's a perfect recipe if you don't have time to do right away, and it's actually better for you. So here's what you need to do, and come and see how beautiful this butter still. located in pie crust dough. So it means the crust will be flaky and delicious and nutritious. I like to roll between 2 plastic wrap just to prevent stickiness. Or you can use flour for me. We may do that too later when we're close to the end of the roll, and I do sometimes. But we'll start between 2 plastic wrap. Sometimes I do in Ziploc, a bag, big Ziploc bag, just cut on the sides, and they'll work perfectly fine as well. Try to be in central as much as possible. This is so easy and it's so much better than pre-made crust. Maybe it takes a little bit of time, but I believe it's worth every of your minute. We're using all the scraps, nothing going to be waste. I like to keep my hand with flour so they will not stick. And now it's very easy, you just roll like that. Kind of like rolling. It's very fun, especially with kids to do, they absolutely love it. And now just take one thumb and one finger and press. So easy. That's it. Take picture. And I'm actually going to reuse the same plastic wrap. Why waste more plastic? Less plastic is better. And I'm going to wrap and stick in the freezer for at least 15 minutes. Beautiful, nice and cold, slightly frozen in the middle. So now what we want to do, just take any baking paper and cut, I don't know, about here. Add some beans. Oh, maybe here you go. It's very easy. I'm just using beans and I will cook them later on today. So this is beautiful crust ready for the 15 minutes oven, 425 degrees, just to pre-bake this crust. .15 minutes. And now we're doing filling while we're waiting on pie crust. I'm using canned pumpkin puree. Make sure it's not pumpkin pie filling. It's very important. Don't make that mistake. I have done. And as I promised, will be healthy. Without sugar, we're going to use maple syrup. And we are starting with eggs. Eggs have to be room temperature. And then salt. Salt helps to break egg yolks and egg whites. Then cream, we need just half cup of cream, 3 large eggs, and whisk together. Then 3/4 cup of maple syrup, and pumpkin puree. Beautiful color. Pumpkin is so healthy, it's so good for you, it has so much soluble and insoluble fiber. It's perfect for your gut. It's one of the healthiest, I think, dessert on a Thanksgiving table. And now the best part, what will turn this custard-based pumpkin dessert into something very delicious by adding spices. So we'll start with cinnamon. 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, half teaspoon of ginger, about 1/4 teaspoon of clove, about a little bit of 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla bean paste. If you use extract, add 1 teaspoon, I add less. And I like to grind myself nutmeg, but if you like to buy ground, it's fine too. Whatever is more easier for you and convenient. Holiday baking should be fun and easy. It's a great project for whole family. And now everything incorporates. The crust already smells so good. Let's check. After 15 minutes, should crust be settled at least. At least on a side. So now what I like to do to prevent sogginess, so we'll crust nice and crispy, not soggy by any means during baking time, I like to take one more step. It's not absolutely necessary, but I hardly recommend to do egg wash. And again, it's just egg with pinch of salt, and we are brushing. Gives color. You see that crust is slightly brown due to the whole wheat flour and fermentation. The same temperature, 425 Fahrenheit, for another 5 to 6 minutes until it's just getting sealed. Let it cool down just for a second and I will adjust the temperature. Now we need to turn oven to 350 while we are doing the very last step. Almost the last. So now we have very nice and hot pre-baked crust, basically. Come and look how egg sealed. You can see partially cooked egg. And we have slightly cold, almost room temperature pumpkin mixture because the cream was cold and eggs room temperature, everything else is room temperature. So basically it is room temperature. But this is more like on a warm side, especially just came out of oven. I will let sit for 5 minutes on a granite. On a granite, everything cool down much faster. I like to add everything incorporate in one temperature. Why it's so important? So we're going to warm up this pumpkin mixture just a bit. And why it's so important? Because it will be, first of all, we'll cut time of baking pie by 10 minutes. And another reason why it will be less likely this custard will crack in the middle. Not like it's very important, but I like a perfect food, right? Do you like perfect food and beautiful and delicious and most important, nutritious? So I'm going to microwave just for 30 seconds and I will stir in another 30 seconds. Stir in another 30 seconds, 20 seconds. So now it's slightly warm. We don't want to cook eggs. We don't want to scramble eggs. So don't try to cook in microwave, just a bit. Already looks pretty. 350 degrees and about 40 minutes. On a low rack. 350 low rack. And 40 minutes. Look at this, beautiful, golden and delicious. Smells so good, little bit jiggling as you see on the middle. It will settle, I promise. So it's a perfect, slightly jiggling. It will settle as it's cooled down. So now I will let it rest. It smells so good, I just won't eat right away. But we have to cool down for to room temperature and we'll decorate. So now I'm excited to finish this delicious pumpkin pie that will gorgeous, beautiful on your Thanksgiving table, and it's healthy and it's guilt-free, I would say, pie with a delicious topping. And the secret ingredients for this topping, it's a creme fraiche. Look at this creme fraiche. For those who don't know what is creme fraiche, and I will leave in the description below how to make its fermented cream. It's basically full of probiotic product. It's like yogurt, but it's even better. Also, we need heavy cream, 1 cup, cold. Make sure it's so cold. Cold, cold, cold. We need about 1/3 of cup, 1/4 cup, depends on your sweetness level you like, of maple syrup or honey, whatever you prefer. We're using maple syrup since we already used orally, and about 1/2 cup of cream fresh. Little bit of vanilla paste, just a tiny bit, that's enough. Vanilla paste is so strong, little goes long way. I think that's perfect. Gorgeous. Now it's completely cooled down. Our whipped cream with cream fresh topping is ready, and I'm dying to taste. And I like to garnish with a simple method, just 2 spoons. So you don't need pipe, it's much easier. Nice big dough. And place right on middle. And we're going to finish with a little bit of nutmeg. Oh yes, I love spice. I think more spice to bring to your life. Oh, I'm so ready to try this. Look at that, it's a perfect piece of a pie. Here we go. It's a pure joy. Custard, soft, so much spice, pumpkin filling, slightly salty and crunchy. Crust and whipped cream, of course, makes everything tight together and delicious. Delicious, nutritious, so good. I hope you enjoyed this video, and give me a like, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye!